Welcome to the Sam and Joe VA Show, where we teach women just like you how to start and scale a thriving virtual assistant business.
We're your hosts, Sam and Joe, and get ready to have the control, flexibility, and freedom you've always dreamed of.
Welcome to episode 131. Treat yourself. Did I say it right?
Did you say it right? You're close.
Yourself.
Treat yourself. Yeah. For any parks and recreations fans listening, this will be a well-known saying or quote. I love it. Every time I hear it or see it, because I have watched Parks and Rec a couple of times, actually. I'm a big fan.
Really? I have not. So
Yeah.
you've watched it twice? Okay, that's the commitment that I needed to hear. Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
yeah. In actual fact, we may have watched the entire series maybe 3 times. It's funny. It's so funny, especially if I don't know, maybe because I've worked in local government for so long and it's kind of the American version of their local government. It's just really, really funny. But anyway, we've gone off track big time. Every time I hear that saying, it just makes me smile because the two characters in Parks and Rec that kind of came up with this really well-known expression that you see in GIFs everywhere. It's basically, the backstory is they're two colleagues who have a great kind of funny relationship in the office, and once a year they have this day which is dedicated to going out and treating themselves. So they get, they go to the spa, they go to the shops and buy new outfits, they go to fancy restaurants and eat whatever they want to eat, and it just makes them feel really good about themselves.
Nice. Well, that is why we chose it as the title, because it's exactly what we want to talk to you about. That treating yourself. And there's 3 reasons that we want to go through of why this is such a great idea for each and every one of you to treat yourself.
Well, it's not just a great idea. Like there's proven psychological results or reasons why you need to be celebrating yourself and treating yourself throughout the year, not just at Christmas, not just once a year. And it doesn't have to be big whole days. Like it's just
although that sounds amazing.
It does sound like an amazing day, doesn't it? But we want you to be doing it throughout the year, rewarding yourself, celebrating yourself, celebrating your successes, celebrating those wins.
Because there's a major, the biggest reason for me is that it boosts your happiness and your well-being. And who doesn't want to feel more happy and more well?
I feel happy just talking about this.
Yeah, I've got a smile on my face. I'm like, oh, what could I do to treat myself today?
It's true. And, it can be little things, or it can be stuff that actually doesn't even cost anything. Just whatever it is that you are doing in that moment that gives you that boost. What's that? What's the chemical in you? Is it dopamine?
The dopamine hit, yep.
The dopamine hit. Anything that gives you that hit, that feel good. Oh, I feel great in the moment. Legal hits. Like,
yeah. It could be something like buying a lipstick. They talk about the lipstick index when people feel like they need a boost, and it's a kind of a low cost option. The price of not the price, but the sales of lipsticks goes up in times of when people feel like they're in a recession.
I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? They need something to make them feel good.
Yeah.
And a lipstick or another kind of mid-range little treat to themselves makes a lot of sense. They don't then feel guilty for spending a lot of money, but they're buying something that's just going to give them that lift that they need.
Yeah. So have a think about what it is that could give you that boost of happiness. Things that are like around on your desk that you have, like my pretty things that I have in here, anyone watching on YouTube. The little things that just bring a smile to your face when you see them, when you smell them, when you put them on. Maybe it's a candle, maybe it's a new scent for your diffuser. something that gives you that boost and helps
Mm.
that environment that you're in and has that little happiness kick.
'Cause who doesn't wanna feel happy? Like, another a good reason for treating yourself in this way is it actually, especially if you're treating yourself because of a win in business, a milestone that you've met, a
Mhm,
goal that you've achieved, treating yourself actually promotes good habits. So whatever it is that you needed to do to meet that goal, for instance, by treating yourself, you are then training yourself to keep on doing that thing consistently in order
mhm,
to reach that next goal of yours.
mhm. Yeah, scientifically, when we are rewarded for something, some kind of behavior, we want to continue the behavior.
Yeah,
It's science, everyone. It's science.
it's science, and science was my worst subject at school, but it's science. Even I get that. Even I understand that. Let's talk about treating yourself in order, and this is gonna get a little bit woo-woo, in order to level up your business. So upgrading things in your life, so whether that's a new chair or
A
something
new
on your
keyboard
desk,
because it's broken or there's a chip
yeah,
on something or like good chair's broken. Yep.
or that standing desk that's been in your wish list for years that you think, "Oh my gosh, that would just be amazing." So upgrading the things around you in order to make you feel more successful, basically.
Mhm. Absolutely. Like, to step into the, like, energy of someone successful by upgrading some things that kind of those little things that grate you, like, every time you sit on your chair and then you feel the broken bit, every time you, like,
Mhm.
um, tap on your keyboard and you've got that broken key on it. That is a little like that grates you and stops that flow of successful and abundant energy.
Yeah, so I upgraded my keyboard this year actually because
Mhm.
was losing all of the actual letters and the numbers from the keyboard, and I touch type, so it wasn't the end of the world, but occasionally I'd just be going, "Oh god, that's annoying." It's
Mhm.
really annoying, and it even just the look of it, like, it just didn't look like it was an old keyboard. It did the job, but there was something about it, and as soon as I bought a new keyboard, and it wasn't a huge expense,
Mm.
my god, it felt good. Felt good
Mhm.
sitting at my desk again.
And how often do we just keep putting up with those things, right?
Especially when you think about the amount of time virtual assistants are at their desks.
Mhm. Yep.
It's a long time out of your day.
Mhm. And you know what? Even like so I upgraded my drink bottle because the other one was dented, small, the stuff had rubbed off, and then I saw this one and I was like, "You know what? I my drink bottle is functioning, my other one, as a drink bottle, but do you know what? It grated me every time I saw it. So now I have that one as my spare option, have it in the car or whatever, and
Mhm.
this one is the one that I take around. It is substantially bigger. It's very pretty. It's shiny. I love it. It's one of my favorite colors. And now I feel happy at my desk seeing my water bottle. It's
Yeah.
small, but those small tweaks
Yes.
help with that flow of abundant energy
Oh,
and success.
absolutely, and sometimes it's big things. Sometimes, God, what else did I upgrade this year? My phone. I hadn't upgraded my phone in, like, 4
Oh,
years maybe?
that's a long time,
It
yeah.
was a long time, but it worked, and there was
Uh-huh.
a part of my brain that was like, "Well, it works. It works." But I tell you, the minute I upgraded it, and it was mainly for the camera aspect because we
Mhm.
do share a lot of photos and videos online, you and I, Jo.
Mhm.
I just felt so much better about taking that next video and taking that next photo because it was so good. It was like, "Oh my god, this is an amazing camera. Why was
Yep.
I holding off?" So that was a big investment, but
Mhm.
totally worth it for my business because now we post more because things look better.
Isn't it crazy that, like, We put up with things for so long and we don't realize the impact it's actually having on whether we do or don't do something,
Yeah.
whether we do or don't take action,
Yeah.
whether we do or don't show up.
Yeah.
So what are you right now putting up with?
I know one thing that virtual assistants are putting up with. They're putting up with one screen. So many virtual
Mm.
assistants are like, I can't wait until I can afford 2 screens. Now, in my mind, I could not work with one screen, not in
Nope.
a productive, fast manner. So
No.
this is a no-brainer. I have, well, now most days I actually have 3 screens up, 4 when
Mm.
I start referring to the phone as well, technically,
Mhm.
right? There
Mhm.
is no way I could go back to less. And that would be something, well, it was something that I made sure I had very early on, even though I could have gone, oh, but is it the right time for me? Can I afford it? In terms of the productivity
Mhm.
increase, it
Mhm.
was well worth the investment in upgrading.
And feeling like you're excited about going and doing the work and you're happy and
Yes.
enjoying it, like the
Yes.
exponential return on that feeling, you're going to make the money to be
Yeah.
able to pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like it's setting your environment and yourself up for the business that you know that you're gonna have
Mhm.
in 3 months, 6 months, a year's time.
Yeah.
I mean, not that we're saying we want everyone to go out and buy things that they can't afford. That's not
No.
what this is about.
Mm.
So if you can't, as Joe said, it's the little things, it's the drink bottle. Maybe it's the keyboard, which is going to be
Mhm.
less expensive than a big screen, like if your keyboard's crap.
Yeah.
It's what do they say? What's that saying around you dress for the job you want,
Mm.
not the one you've got?
Yeah.
It's the same with your environment. You want to
Mhm.
dress your environment for the business that you want, not the one that you've necessarily got right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Denise Duffield Thomas, she talks about this a lot, the upgrading, making the
Yeah,
upgrades so that you're stepping into that success that you want. Yeah.
yeah. You see
Yeah.
virtual assistants that are doing really well. So these aren't the virtual assistants that are just starting out. These are the virtual assistants that have been in business almost 10 years and plus, and they're getting the nice, awesome sign written cars that look really fancy. Like they're upgrading that side of things now. So when they drive around, everyone's like, wow, that's a successful business owner right there. I want to call them. I want to work with that virtual assistant.
Do you know what? This has just made me realize this whole conversation. So we have this really nice car, the Mazda CX-5, nice all pink sign written, like really stands out.
Oh, you can't miss
Looks
it.
great.
You cannot miss it.
But do you know what I've done?
What?
That car is now parked at our GM's house, outside her house, so that team members, when they need it, it's more central and they can come and pick up the car and use it. And I drive our runabout, really shitty looking car, like old Mazda, no, not Mazda, Mitsubishi Lancer, and all the like clear coat has come off. It's got like lots of dents and all sorts of things around it. Inside is terrible. It doesn't have Bluetooth. And I drive that around. And what I've just realized is that that is probably really bad for my flow of energy and stepping into that like successful business owner. But dude, I also like it because I can be incognito and no one knows who I am. But when I'm driving this pink car, everyone sees me. But I need to stop
Everyone
that
sees Billy.
because now I'm driving this crappy runabout car, projecting that kind of energy out. So
And let's be honest, you could afford a new car. It's not that yeah, yeah.
I could, but like it works. It's perfectly fine. It's a perfectly fine car, but it's
So did
not about that.
my phone worked. My
I
phone is still
know.
working. I could make calls, I could text
Yep,
people, I could search the internet. It's just
yep.
a different scale of upgrade when we start talking about cars, right?
Mhm, mhm.
Ah,
Yep. Okay, I'm taking it on.
oh my
Taking
gosh.
our own advice.
Watch out. Let us know what car you end up buying.
No, I can just drive the other one.
You could just yeah, you could just drive the other
I
one.
could just drive the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh my gosh. So, lots of reasons why, if you haven't lately treated yourself, it's time to. Whether it's a lipstick or a tech upgrade or a new chair or, in Joe's instance, driving the nice car, it's time to treat yourself.
And if you don't make the small upgrades, you are never going to be able to make the big upgrades. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Sam and Joe VA Show. If you'd like to find out more, head to the VA Foundry website to check out the Members Club and the amazing resources, training, and coaching.
You can find us at thevafoundry.com.